If you want to hear my answers to the makeup shopping tag, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and this is a tag video. This is a tag created by Chic Geek. I will have her channel down below, including her video. And these are my answers to this tag. I saw a number of people do it, and given that there is a lot of buzz on YouTube about an upcoming sale, spring sale, I thought it would be fun to do a makeup shopping tag. So here is the video. And there are a total of 10 questions. Should be not too long. Famous last words. I did not look at the questions. I am just going to dive right in. One little word here is my right eye for some reason is just loving to water today. And so if you see a little bit of a glimmer of a tear on the side, it has a mind of its own. The same thing happened to me about a month and a half ago on St. Patrick's Day. It was just giving me trouble. I'm not quite sure why. But we are going to forge ahead. And if you are curious about this look, it is coming up on this channel if it's not up already. It is my first official impressions on camera of the Queen of Hearts palette by Colored Rain. And I do a full try-on of the shadows and finishing up the look on camera if you are curious. So let's get to the tag. Like I said, 10 questions. Let's start, of course, with number 1. Where do I shop for makeup? I shop at a lot of different places for makeup. I will shop at, but let's go with most to least likely. First off, I do most of my shopping online, either through an app or on the computer. And when I do that, I have a number of places that I go. 3 categories, really. One of them is Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada, because I do get the absolute best pricing for makeup through Shoppers Drug Mart, because I really pay attention to their promotions and their sales, and I can get up to 40+ % off products even when the products themselves are not on sale, which to me is fantastic. And Shoppers Drug Mart is attracting a lot more brands every year. I've noticed, well, last year NARS was a big addition. This year I've noticed that Origins is there, Buxom is there. Very exciting brands that are joining that company. And I think Sephora in Canada needs a little more competition. We don't have an Ulta. Shoppers Drug Mart is our version of Ulta, and I'm very, very happy that Shoppers is giving Sephora a run for its money, because Sephora is really not, I feel, up to par with its offers and promotions. And I have a lot of videos on that. Speaking of Sephora though, that is the second place that I will go for some brands that are not available anywhere else in Canada that I do want. But I'm very picky about what I do buy at Sephora. There has to be something more in it for me than regular price, and a small discount off is, again, that's not enough. So it's usually value sets and that kind of thing. And then I do shop as well at lower price sections of the drugstore, Revlon, CoverGirl, Annabelle. There are a lot of brands that are inexpensive. Essence is another one. And not everything is fantastic, but some of their products are very good. And I have no problem wearing a mix of drugstore and high-end, or even drugstore only, high-end only, whatever. It matters what's in the bottle a great deal, as well as the rest, at least for face products. And then when it comes to eyeshadows, though, I will admit I tend to go more high-end. Finally, the third category for me is online. Online for indie brands. So not online for big box stores, but indie brands. I do order directly from indie brands. I've ordered directly from Cleona. I've ordered directly from, as well, Colored Rain. So those are 2 examples of where I've gone straight to them. A non-indie brand as well that I've gone straight to is Morphe, because Morphe is now in Canada. So those are examples of where I get my makeup. What is my budget? Are you high-end or drugstore? I would say for my overall yearly spend, I am high-end by default because the amount that I have spent over the last couple years on makeup is voluminous, significant. This year though, I am on a no-buy and I'm on a replacements only, and I have not purchased, I've purchased skincare and some tools and empty palettes. I have not purchased any makeup whatsoever. So I am holding fast, and skincare I'm really only on a replacement basis. I do allow myself a backup situation because my most used skincare, which is Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair, I always get a 2-for-1, so it would be silly for me to buy at full price one when I know that once a month I can nab it for 2-for-1, if that makes sense. But yeah, other than that, I am on a no-buy for 2019, and as I film this, it's April 23rd, and I think I'm doing okay. If you do want to see more about the no-buy, I will put the playlist right here if you want to take a look. Number 3, do I buy more online or in store? The answer definitely is online. This year, because I am on a no-buy, I do tend to go in-store for replacements, but if I were doing sizable purchases for anything, it would definitely be online. My latest purchase was online from Shoppers Drug Mart for 2 Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repairs, and by purchasing online, I also got a gift set from them. That video I will put right here because it explains perfectly why I went online, because that gift set was pretty awesome. Do I go makeup shopping with other people? You know what? I only go makeup shopping with other people when I am helping out. So it's somebody who is kind of getting into makeup and is unsure, or that I can, as a rouge, invite a friend to shop with me to share in my discount. That is when I will shop with someone. But I tend to be a loner. If I go in to a store or shop online, I'm usually doing that on my own. I guess interactions on YouTube pre and post purchase is with other people, but as far as actually the shopping situation, I'm usually solo. Number 5 is, how do you talk yourself out of a purchase? By declaring a no-buy? Fundamentally, I don't buy full price. So when things are full price, I don't tend to be interested at all. There has to be at least 20% off for me to even be interested, and that's because I have a marketing background. Companies do not expect you to pay full price. That is not the expectation. Very, very few companies only have their products available full price. I can count on the fingers of one hand the number of products in a given year that I pay full price for. It is extremely rare. I will wait for a sale. I'll sometimes wait 2 years for a palette that I've been coveting to go on sale. And that's just how I'm wired. And so this whole thing about, oh, well, you buy on sale, so you buy more, I don't feel that that is the case for me. I just, knowing that companies expect to have to do discounts, I don't see regular retail price as the real price. I just see it as something called an anchor by makeup companies and by stores to make a sale feel special. To me, the sale price is actually what is the fair value of the product, if that makes sense. A lot about consumer psychology there, but that's where I'm at. And if you look at my Sephora sale recommendations for spring, you will definitely see that tendency of mine for really seeking out value for you, as well as, you know, what I would consider for myself, really seeking out value beyond the small discount that Sephora is offering, if that makes sense. On to the next question. Oh, you know what? I didn't really answer number 5. Let me finish number 5. How do you talk yourself out of the purchase? So I said that I don't really pay for stuff full price. Talking myself out of a purchase, usually if it's full price, that's a no-brainer. But when it comes to other things, I will shop my own makeup collection, I guess, and look for duplicates and substitutes, and very often I find I have that already. Yeah, it's a new shiny packaging, but I have that already. And if anything, the recent slew of depotting that I've done, I'm looking at the colors themselves, not I don't have that palette. I'm looking more at would this color supplement my current collection, because I'm an eyeshadow and liner junkie, so I look for that stuff as far as colors. And so talking myself out of purchases is very much playing a waiting game for it to go on good deal, or shopping my stash and making sure that it is really something that is going to add to my options that I really want, that I'm really going to use, versus duplicating something I already have. Okay, now we can move on. Number 6 is, what makeup product is your favorite to buy? Well, I sort of answered that, which is eyeshadow palettes. I love eyeshadow palettes. Next up would be probably face palettes, although I've pretty much nixed that. I have enough face palettes to last me a decade now. I would say after that, favorites sets, so sets of a given type of product where I can try a whole bunch of brands without paying for a full size of everything, and then out of that favorites I can then narrow down to what my preferences are, especially if it's a product that I'm not used to using. A couple of examples recently was I got a sample set of setting sprays last fall, and I also got a sample set of texturizing sprays for hair, and it's really helpful to be able to go through quite a few of the products over sometimes up to a year's time, and then by the end know which are maybe my top 3 out of the whole favorites set. So I'm a big fan of those because you get a good value for what you buy for the favorites set, because it's kind of a promotional offer, and it's not a big gamble, because you can use all the products in the favorite set, and you're going to end up finding favorites without having to dish out $20, $30 to discover you don't like something. Number 7 is, what brand are you loyal to? For some, there are so many brands I am loyal to, but for different reasons. Across the board, I have dozens of brands that I use, and I don't go to one brand for a great deal of products. I go to brands for a specific product that they offer. For example, Benefit, I really like their concealers, as well as NYX. I like their concealers and their jumbo pencils and their lip products. I do like Urban Decay for their packaging for their eyeshadows and their 24/7 glide-ons, but I also like Annabelle liners. I'm just giving you some examples, but I don't have a given brand that I must buy something from, except for one, which is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. That is my #1 skincare item that I always repurchase, and I think that is the only one where, at least for now, I have been brand loyal. But I do try different retinol products, and if I find something better that I like more than the Neutrogena, I will displace it. I don't think that there's any given brand where that's the only thing I would ever use. I think makeup is very much is very easy to substitute one thing for another, and so I am not tied to any given combination, any brand for any product, really. I would say Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair has been good to me for going over 2 years now, but it would be on the chopping block if I try something that I like more. Yeah, no loyalty there, I'm afraid. What other things do I spend fun money on? I have in the past really enjoyed purses and shoes and leather jackets, and I still have a lot of that aspect of my wardrobe, but I am busy now using and enjoying them, and I'm not seeking out any more of them. I'm enjoying my clothing, and I'm enjoying actually paring down my clothing. I'm not buying any clothing this year, and I don't think I really bought any clothing last year either. I did a replacement of a pair of winter boots, but that's it, and boy did I need to replace them. So I don't think there's really anything that I spend fun money on other than maybe food, but that's usually groceries. I don't really, we in our household don't really eat out, so I'm giving you a really boring answer to that question, but it's the truth. Makeup is has been over the last couple of years most of what I've focused on because I built from zero to full, and so I spent a lot of time getting my collection to where I want it. Number 9, who influenced you to buy the most makeup? I don't know. I am going to say at the very beginning, Tati Westbrook. Tati is the one that influenced me the most, and I'll probably say Jaclyn Hill the second. But I really feel like I've learned a lot over the last couple of years, and I don't find myself influenced as much. Actually, I will find myself buying products and trying them without having watched any videos on the product because I don't want to be influenced on purchases. I look at what retailers have to offer, what new things are available, but I don't tend to look at reviews until I've used the products. And maybe that makes me really weird and maybe dumb for not looking at how people are using their products. But of course, in watching videos, I'm going to hear recommendations here and there, but I'm not anywhere near as influenced by the opinions of others as I used to be at the very beginning. At the very beginning, I was a complete sponge because I was on information intake a whole lot, and now I'm on information overload, and I really try to limit the amount of YouTube content that is more of a sales pitch than a how-to type of video. How-tos, thoughts and impressions on makeup, tags like this one, I tend to watch more of those type of videos than hauls or how was it or that kind of a thing. And what was my last purchase? Apart from Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair, which I've talked about 4 times, I think, so far in this tag video, I will show you one of 4 of what I purchased. I purchased 4 of these Tarte Magnetic palettes. I was able to get them for over 40% off, and they are my favorite. I already had 3 of them, and now I have a total of 7, and it is exactly what I needed for my depotting projects this year, and this one was a struggle. I really thought about it for 2 days once I saw what a great deal it was. After trying to exhaust all sorts of options, I decided, let me go see what these are selling for right now, and I ended up, like I said, being able to get them 40% off. So I sat on it for 2 days and decided that it wasn't a rush impulse makeup purchase. It was a means to an end because I wanted to depot over 100 single shadows, round pan single shadows for my quad of the month project, and also to use palettes that I just found to be too big, too overwhelming to use. And I have no regrets on this. It's turned into quite a utilitarian project and purchase, and super happy with it. That is the only makeup type product that I've purchased this year. Like I said, Neutrogena, the Neutrogena product is a skincare product, very utilitarian again, and I'm really happy that I haven't fallen into the rush of buying any makeup product so far this year. I'm over, I think, close to 120 days at this point in the year, and I definitely am not counting my chickens before they hatch because it's still early in the year, but I'm feeling good about how I've been making purchasing decisions along the lines of the rules of my no-buy. So this one definitely broke the rules, but it was a very conscious decision. I even struggled with it, talking to my husband about what other alternatives I would have to get the same result, and not getting a magnetic palette, not necessarily this one, but any magnetic palette. And he's quite crafty. And at one point he said there, how much? Like, no, it's not worth our time and effort, because that's money too, your time, and just get these and be done with it. And it just made sense. So that is really, if we talk about a cosmetic tool, the set of 4 of these is really the only thing that would count in that category this year. Now, yeah, so this would count as my last purchase. That was the actual question, what was my last purchase? So that would be it. I would not count the gift pack that I received with the Neutrogena stuff that I bought, because I was online to get the Neutrogena stuff no matter what, and there happened to be a gift pack that was available for me in March, and I said, well, why would I say no? So to me, I didn't purchase it because it came with the purchase, but it wasn't my intention to purchase it, if that makes sense. Gosh, that was a long answer. I need to wrap this up. Those were my answers to the 10 questions. If you have not done this tag video yet, I officially tag you to do it if you have a YouTube channel or a means of social media to offer your answers. And if you don't, please feel free to answer the 10 questions down below. The questions will be in the description box for your ease of reference. I thank you so much for hearing my ramblings through those 10 answers, and I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.